Page 123. Mom takes the train when she travels to Missouri by herself, and Nana Paulette flies when she visits us. But Dad insists on driving. He says it's good for family bonding. But I think 6 hours is too long to sit that close to anyone, especially Ellis, whose armpits reek constantly. I sleep for a while, play one of Ellis's video games, text with Mona and Lydia, grudgingly play Dad's silly car games like I Spy and 20 Questions, and still the drive seems to take forever. I even look forward to the couple of times we stop at gas stations in podunk Illinois towns where everyone stares at as if they've never seen a black person in their life, because at least I can stretch my legs and get some air. But the closer we get to Nana Paulette's house, the more nervous I feel. Maybe the best thing I can do is keep my mouth shut. I'll have to talk, of course, but the less they hear me speak, the less they have to make fun of. Nana Paulette lives in a big white farmhouse in a small town called Bloom. That's about an hour and a half west of St. Louis. Her closest neighbors are half a mile away, and there's only one market and one movie theater in town that shows one film at a time. I can't believe Mom grew up here. Dad has barely pulled the car into the gravel drive before Nana Paulette is on the porch, waving and blowing kisses. She's leaning on a cane now, which she didn't have the last time I saw her. But I'm relieved that she doesn't look any smaller. My chest tightens when I think about her getting older. Dad parks behind an old station wagon, and Ellis bursts from the car, jogging up the front porch so he can be the first one to greet our grandmother. I step out, too, grateful for the fresh air and the promise that I won't have to spend the next 72 hours cramped in the back seat next to my brother. Nana Paulette squeezes Ellis in her thin arms. She's not a short woman, but Ellis's lengthy form nearly engulfs her as they hug. She's exclaiming now how big he is as I walk up the front steps. Her eyes find mine over his shoulder, and she winks at me, setting me at ease. I've always liked being around Nana Paulette. She's sweet, but not afraid to tell it like it is, and when she speaks, we listen. "Here's my sweet girl," she says, opening her arms. "Hi, Nana Paulette." As soon as I hug her, I remember that our grandmother always smells like lavender and vanilla, and it calms me even more. Maybe I've been nervous about this trip for nothing. "It's so good to see you, baby. You doing okay?" she asks as she pulls away. I'm really glad to be out of the car. I glance behind her, where my brother is leaning over the porch railing, taking in the expansive lawn. It's so big, and the house is set back so far from the street that I wonder if it can still be called a lawn. Ellis hasn't met a stick of deodorant he likes. "Shut up, Joni." He doesn't even turn around. Nana Paulette leans over her cane leans on her cane, the other hand on her hip. "Boy, I know you didn't tell your sister to shut up in front of me." "Sorry, ma'am," he says, suddenly remembering his manners. "And you, don't talk about your brother like that." She taps me lightly on the nose. Y'all go inside and say hello to your cousins. They've been looking forward to seeing you." I doubt that. Ellis walks right in, but I take my time crossing the threshold, wondering who's inside. My mother's family is small. It's just her and her older brother, who has a wife and 3 kids of his own. Uncle Marcus, Jr.'s namesake, never left Bloom, and his family lives about a mile up the road from Nana Paulette. I follow my brother's path. The whole house smells sweet, and I smile, thinking about Nana Paulette must have baked for us. Thinking Nana Paulette must have baked for us. But when I get to the kitchen, I see that I was wrong. Junior is sliding cake pans out of the oven, and my throat constricts at the sight of him. Ellis is talking to our cousin Della. She's 2 years older than me, and the sister of Junior, who's my age. I stand awkwardly in the doorway, watching Junior put 2 pie plates in the oven. Nobody notices me until he turns around, slipping the red oven mitt from his hand. "Joni?" He tosses the mitt on the counter and raises his eyebrows. "Been a long time, cuz." "Yeah, I say 6 years, I think." He gives me an amused look. "You probably got it figured out to the day, huh?" Hey, Del, look who it is." "Joni!" Del practically squeals, bounding over. She was always friendlier than her brother, but I can't help remembering how she giggled when Junior made his cruel comments. My hug back is tentative. "How you doing, girl?" "I'm good. I like your hair." "Thanks, girl." She brushes the hand over the twist out. then looks at mine. You still doing a relaxer? No, just pressing. I touch my bone straight strands. I don't tell her that I've been too nervous to wear my natural hair curly because I was afraid what everyone at my super white school would say. They already tease me enough, saying I'm not really black. Sometimes I just don't want to draw any more attention. Our hometown is only 20 miles outside of Chicago, but they're completely different worlds. Is all this for us? I asked, gesturing to the baked goods. Yeah, it's all about y'all, Junior shakes his head as he leans against the counter. You know you're here for Nana Paulette's birthday, right? She asks me to make her some things. Right, and just like that, I already feel stupid. Sorry. Don't apologize to him, Joni. Della flicks her eyes at the ceiling. You want to run to the store with me? Someone forgot to get enough butter and is making me go to the market. Shoulda had y'all pick some up on the way. Junior mumbles in the general direction of Ellis and me. The last thing I want to do is get back in the car again, but I gladly agree to go with Della. Anything to get out of the way of the sour mood that's quickly filling the air. The big celebration for Nana Paulette is tomorrow, but the whole family comes over for dinner tonight too. Uncle Marcus is still tall and quiet with an easy smile. His wife, my Aunt Verna, has the same bubbly laugh I used to love and the same tight hugs. It suddenly hits me that Junior is the only one in his family who wasn't instantly warm to me. Junior and Aunt Verna hole up in the kitchen to make a big Italian feast for our dinner, lasagna and mushrooms stuffed with sausage and garlic bread and salad. The only thing store-bought is the tiramisu from the bakery in town. And when Ellis exclaims that it's the best meal he's had in months, Dad pretends not to hear him. How's Emma? Mom asks Aunt Verna. Still loving Vassar? It's my cousin Emma's last year there. She's vegan now. You hear that, Joni? Dad's chin dips down as he looks at me. You'd better enjoy all my cooking now before you have to resort to nuts and berries. My aunt raises her eyebrows. Are you going to Vassar, Joni? No, I say quickly before she gets too excited, but I applied to some schools in the area. And she got into Smith, Barnard, and Occidental, Mom says proudly, and Spelman, Ellis blurts from across the table, too far away for me to kick him. You applied to a black college? Dad looks at Mom. Did you know this? I set down my fork and glare at Ellis. I really could kill him. Why do you sound so surprised, David? Uncle Marcus asks, frowning at my father. Dad frowns back at him. We talked about where she was applying and Spelman was never on the list. Mom turns to me, her eyebrows wrinkled in confusion. Sweetie, when were you going to tell us? I don't know. My neck burns hot. I found out a couple weeks ago. We've all been too busy and, well, my father says, I don't think there's anything wrong with an HBCU, but it is the best education you can get. Listen, I know why they were created, but do we still need them today? Sometimes I wonder if those places are setting us back instead of moving us forward. I'm pretty sure my Uncle Marcus's eyes are going to bug out from his skull. You did not just say. Dad looks as if he's been sucker punched. The way I must have looked when Junior called me an Oreo last year. Now listen here, Marcus. Congratulations, Joni, my aunt practically shouts. She raises her glass of iced tea, glaring at my father and uncle before she gives me a wide smile. My sister went to Spelman, and it was one of the best decisions she ever made. It's really a sense of community, a true sisterhood. I'd be happy to put you in touch. Thank you, Aunt Verna. I make eye contact with Junior as I pick up my water. I can't read his expression, but I know he has an opinion about this. I wonder where he applied. I wonder if he worries about the way people will perceive him, even a whole campus full of people he's never met.